I'm going to tell you every single gory little detail. And he said, please do. I went through everything. Every single incident. Sorry. Hello guys, welcome or welcome back. I am just getting myself ready for something quite exciting. Might not be exciting to you guys, but it's exciting to me because I've been waiting a very long time for this. Essentially, and it's all come a little bit last minute, oddly. It's kind of come at a little bit of a surprise. So I've been on the waiting list for gynecology for 9 months. I was told at the time the waiting list was 8 months, but it's been 9 months, and I nearly rang them again just to kind of, you know, say that I wanted, just to kind of remind them that I'm still here. I know that they know I'm still here, but with these things, I feel like if you don't speak up and if you don't constantly follow up, then like you're gonna get lost in the system. So yeah, I was gonna ring them, and then I actually had a missed call 2 days ago from a number which said it was from Newcastle Hospitals, but it wasn't a person. It was like an automated message, and you couldn't leave a message, you couldn't speak to someone. So I rang the general appointments line, and I said, oh, I've just had this missed call, just wondering, as in might it be from the gynecology department? I'm not waiting for any other department, and I'm just keen to know if it is them. And they came back and said, oh, no, it's not from them. I don't really know who it is from. I've just checked with the scans, because obviously my next step would be for an MRI, I think. And they checked with the scans. They said, oh no, you're not on the list. But they might call back. So I just said, okay, that's fine. I'm sure if it's important, they'll ring back. Anyway, a couple of hours later, they did ring back, and it was the gynecology department. And they said, we've got a clinic running on Saturday, i.e. today. This was 2 days ago. On Saturday, is there any chance that you would be able to come? And I literally snapped. I was like, yes. Yes. And she was like, oh, that sounds like a very definite yes. I was like, I've been waiting for 9 months for this appointment. I will take it. So yeah, it is just a consultation. I've got a book, I think it's downstairs. I've got a notebook which has all my symptoms, all of my experiences, all of dates for everything. And I'm going to take that, and whoever it is who was doing my consultation, they're going to hear every inch of what is going on. So I just kind of think, I've waited so long for this appointment, I'm not going to not go into detail, do you know what I mean? And they've probably heard it a million times before, because let's face it, they're a gynecologist. So yeah, every gory detail is going to get spilled today. Emmanuel's coming with me as well, because he's got the day off work, and I think especially if you are in a relationship, or in our case married, sorry I had to say that, if you are with a partner, I think it's beneficial to take them with you to appointments like this, just so that they can try and begin to understand what is going on for you and how you feel, and then what the doctors think, I just think it's important for them to be part of the process, so that they can basically help you, because I know that obviously, since I've told Emmanuel my symptoms and things, when I have these horrendous cramps and when I'm unable to move and I'm crying and things, he can help me he knows to go and get a hot water bottle, do you know what I mean? He's good in the sense that he knows that there are certain things he can do to help. Obviously he'll never fully understand, because it's impossible, but he knows how he can possibly reduce that kind of little bit of pain for me. So I always think that's beneficial for them to come to the appointments, and just to kind of keep up to date with what's going on and stuff, because we're at the point now where obviously I've been to so many GP appointments. I've had one little side quest from it, which I think I'll talk about. I think depending on how long this takes and what happens, I think I'm going to make a general video, just a dedicated video towards kind of this process, and depending on obviously what happens. But yeah, I think obviously I'm on the consultation, I think the next stage from what I've read is a scan. I've had a pelvic scan. I think the next one is an MRI, which I'm kind of just doing it to go through the stages. But from what I've read, unless you have really stage 3, stage 4 endometriosis, they will not find that. or it won't show up, or it's very difficult to see on the scans. But I understand that there's a process to follow and they can't just like, you know, so I think that's the next stage. If I get offered that, then great. Like, that's a step in the right direction. Half the problem that we have with gynecology related queries when it comes to women and things like endometriosis, PCOS, is that we're not really listened to, and it takes, I mean, why has it taken me nearly 3 years to get to this point? Do you know what I mean? My timeline is incredibly quick. I've seen where like majority of people wait up to 7 to 10 years for a diagnosis, and you know, sometimes by that time it's too late. But when we're kind of at the point where like we're gonna want to start trying for kids within the next few years, so we kind of want to know that we can, because I don't know whether that's something that's feasible for, like, you know. Anyway, I am gonna do like a video of all that, another one. But this morning, very exciting, we're going to see a gynecologist for a consultation. I don't think I'm going to film anything, if I'm perfectly honest, but I'll catch you guys up when I'm back. Okay, back from the gynecologist now. I can't believe what just happened. Oh, I'm gonna cry. No, stop crying. So, from all the research and things that I've been doing, the next stage for me would be a scan, an MRI. And from what, again, constantly from what I've been researching, you have to like plead for them. And you have to consistently go back and keep going back, and it's really hard to convince them that you want the scan. So people have told me in the past, they said, if you do go to see the gynecologist, tell them you want a scan, and like don't leave without getting a scan referral in. And I'd said to Emmanuel beforehand, now this isn't to do with like gender or sexism or anything like that, but I just didn't want a male doctor. I just don't like, I don't know, there's just something about this topic, this area of health, that I just think that a man cannot understand. And that's okay, and that's perfectly okay. That's not a, you know, thing, but anyway. I went in, and it was a male doctor. Emmanuel was whispering me down the corridor, by the way. He was whispering, going, do you want to swap? Do you want to ask for a female? Do you want to swap? And I was like, no, we'll just do it. And then, like, if I feel like the appointment isn't going how I want it to, then I'll ask, then I'll make that inquiry. Do you want to be held or something? He's being very needy. Sorry. Do you know that I want to cry? Is that why? Anyway, so I went into the appointment, and I just told him up front, you know what the most infuriating part of these appointments is, so what can I do? What can I do for you? And I'm thinking, oh my God. Telling this story of the last 2.5, nearly 3 years of my life has become so repetitive that like it just infuriates me hearing that question. And I know they've got to ask it. I know that, like, nothing against it. I'll say nothing against it. Like, I know they've got to ask it. Anyway, so I just said to him, look, I've got my book. I've written down my symptoms. And I said, I'm just going to be frank with you. I'm going to tell you every single gory little detail. And he said, please do. So I went through everything. Every single incident. Sorry. Everything. And he listened to me. Like, he really listened to me. And why am I crying? Oh. Compose yourself, Jess. And he said, from the sounds of my symptoms, it doesn't sound like PCOS. Which was one of the things that I've been toying with. If you've been watching along, like, you know, then you know that that's one of the things that I thought it could be. He says, however, the symptoms do sound similar to endometriosis. He did broach the topic of a coil. I said no. I said, I'm really sorry, that's just not, no. I don't agree with the coil being used as a suppressant for things like endometriosis, etc. And I don't want one, basically. He went through kind of all my options with like my pill and stuff like that. And then he said, obviously, you know, the next step usually is like an MRI, but you can't always see it on there. Like, he was just telling me everything that I'd researched, everything I'd read, and everything that I thought he was going to be trying to push away, he was telling me about. And then he just basically said, would you be open to a laparoscopy? And I was just like, yes, like, please. We've skipped the MRI. We've skipped the scan and gone straight to the waiting list for exploratory surgery. And, oh, that is literally the goal, isn't it? Because when you get there, then you get your answers. You know that you're not crazy. And you can start doing something about it. Oh, these are happy tears if you haven't guessed. But it's just, like, after so long, and I know I'm not the longest. I'm not, you know, I'm not someone who's waited the longest. Like, out of nearly 3 years, that is a short amount of time for waiting for these things. So I just can't believe that we've gone straight to this part. And he said to me, he said, so, like, do you mind, though, that it's going to be, like, a few months on the waiting list? And I was like, months? I was like, I've been waiting 9 months for this appointment, and I've been waiting 3 years to be taken seriously. So, yes, like, I don't care. Like, what is another couple of months? Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, we're on the waiting list, girls. I can't believe it. Wow. Very, very happy. Very, very happy. We're finally getting somewhere. Right, we are heading to the Hoppings because I've actually been invited to go. We're getting what are we getting? No, we're getting 8 rides and some food vouchers, which, to be fair, we went to the Hoppings, what, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's my age, but I start to feel sick on these things. Like, I'm not scared, I just feel sick. So I'm thinking rides first, then food.
Yeah, or we could do 2 rides. 1 food, 2 rides, then last food.
Yeah, see how we feel. Something like that. So yeah, we're gonna go to Hoppings. Somebody that's come to Newcastle for years and years and years, and it's notorious for raining the week of the Hoppings and the week of the Hoppings, and it's actually been glorious the last few days. I mean, it's still hot.
It rained today.
It literally rained today. So it is literally the Hoppings curse. But yeah, we've got our parking pass ready to go. It just has my old name on it.
Old name.
Yes, my old name.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's go.
Me, I'm just happy to be there.
Come on the big wheel first. We went on one of these in Liverpool, and obviously we've got the London Eye, but let me show you the see everything. Even see St James's Park over there. Oh, St James. Gosh. We went on this one 2 years ago. With
Yeah, that one that spins people like marshmallow.
Yeah. Did anyone go on this one? I feel like Dummy went on this one, the bomber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it called?
The bomber, I think, or it used to be anyway. He wants to go on the bomber.
I want to go on a bomber.
I haven't been on the bomber in years.
Yeah, so?
Ooh, I'm scared. Oh, might as well. Are you scared?
Don't worry. Don't be safe. My driving.
Yeah, probably will, to be fair. We're going up.
I've never actually been in a roller coaster.
Have you not?
Whoa! What the? Are you sure this is? What the fuck? Whoa! 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 This doesn't feel safe. Whoa!
sweat. No.
It's fine, it's part of the ride. We're on the next one.
The next one. No screaming, no shouting.
We're fine.
We're fine.
We're fine.
Don't waste your time.
Right, we've just been on the waltzers. How did that waltzer make you feel?
Sick.
So sick. Look at my hair. Oh, it's just started raining in true hopping style. We've just come for an Acropolis because there's like a food court, which I think is new this year, to be fair. Like I remember seeing it 2 years ago. But yeah, we've just come. They've got Chinese noodles, some like katsu chicken curry. There's loads of stuff, but like aside from the usual like hot dog stuff. So come for Acropolis because it's been a while since I've had one. You enjoying that?
I mean, numbers don't lie.
Yeah.
Wow, we have this.
We've got wedding cake. Delish. And I bought this, I think I spoke about it actually in the last vlog, the orchid, like Lego but not Lego. We're going to build our orchid and see what it's like. I don't think it'll be, it was from TikTok shop, but I don't think it'll be like, I don't know, as good quality, but that's what you get for paying like a third of the price.
표정들 짓고 있잖아 의미 없이 흘러가네 이 하루엔 네가 필요해 어디로든.
Okay, it's actually the next day now, but this is where we got to with the orchid. So we haven't finished it, but I think we're going to finish it probably tonight. We've done the stems. It takes time, especially this bit. Took what felt like forever. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this actually, because like my sister has a what's it called, a Lego one, so it'll be interesting to compare the two and see kind of, you know, I mean, I think hers is probably a little bit on the nicer side, but we'll see, but yeah, I'll get this finished. Oh, it's Billy's food. I'll get this finished and yeah, I'll keep you updated. I've got it on the wrong setting and it looks like I'm really close, so I'm gonna have to come out like this. Yeah, that is it for this vlog. Thank you so much for watching. Really, honestly, I'm still like gobsmacked that we've made as much progress as we have in terms of the waiting list, like getting on the waiting list, and I don't know, I just feel like this is like we're finally gonna get some answers, girls. Finally. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. Go hit the subscribe button and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.
Baby, let me love you, let me love you, let me love you, let me love you.